like father like son. In the heart of a small village, nestled beneath the ancient baobab tree, lived Is, the village chief. His presence was commanding, his voice like thunder, and his will was law. Is was a man who valued strength above all else. His son, Obinna, was expected to follow in his footsteps. Obinna spent his days under the watchful eye of his father, learning the ways of leadership, strength, and power. But as the seasons changed, so did Obinna's heart. He began to see the world not just through his father's eyes, but through his own. Yet, the weight of his father's expectations bore down on him like a fateful day. A neighboring village offended Is, and his wrath was swift. Obinna, eager to prove himself, took matters into his own hands. He led an attack, believing it would earn him his father's respect. But as the smoke cleared, Obinna saw the faces of those he had harmed, innocent faces, filled with fear and sorrow. The weight of his actions crushed his spirit. When Obinna returned, expecting praise, Isa's expression was cold. "You have done well," he said, but there was no pride in his voice. For in Obinna, he saw a reflection of himself, and it filled him with dread. The cycle of pride and cruelty had claimed another victim, this time his own son. Under the pale light of the moon, Obinna stood by the river bank, his heart heavy with regret. He had followed in his father's footsteps, only to realize that those footsteps led to a path of destruction. The bond between father and son, once strong, was now shattered by the very ideals that had forged it. And so, Obinna learned too late that true strength lies not in following the path laid before you, but in forging your own. Like father, like son, the cycle of pride and pain continued, leaving behind a legacy of sorrow. Some lessons are learned too late, and the cost of those lessons can weigh heavier than the strongest heart can bear. Moral of the story. The moral of the story is that blindly following in the footsteps of those we admire, without questioning their values, can lead to tragic outcomes. It emphasizes the importance of forging one's own path and recognizing the consequences of inherited behaviors. The story serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of pride and the destructive cycle that can arise from passing down unchallenged beliefs.